Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to set up the rest of the apps on your Shopify store. So these are for those extra pages we didn't add earlier. Now, I am going to be using a different store as an example to finish this procedure because the other store that I was using, the trial has ended and it's taken a long time to record all this stuff. So I'm going to do this on one of my other stores, which I'm actually actively paying for, right? The first app we want to install, guys, is an app called Aftership. So we've talked about this. Aftership is basically an app where it's going to give us a functional tracking page so customers can actually do real order tracking of the orders, and it's going to allow us to have some other features too, like the shipping terms of use. So I'm going to press add app and I'm going to give you just kind of like a quick overview of this app and what it does, and I'm going to show you some of its features because this is going to be really important. Now, I personally think Aftership is a really great app, but mainly in my opinion it's a great app for when you scale away from dropshipping, but you can still use it with the dropshipping model. Aftership is an app which you can use for a free trial, but once the free trial actually runs out, you are going to have to obviously pay for it. Okay, so we have the essentials, we have the pro, we have the premium, and we have the enterprise version. Now, the reason why Aftership is a good plugin, which I would recommend, is because of all the powerful features it does actually have. So as you can see here, we have the Aftership app right here. This is the app itself, and basically it adds a tracking page and order lookup system where we can add your logo, any links, your products, and actually slot it into a social media feed such as Instagram. We also have email and SMS pings, so this is really useful as well for driving engagement and sales. This is integrated with Klaviyo, so Klaviyo is important because I mentioned that earlier. We're going to actually use that. I will show you that. And this is going to basically allow us to protect our packages against loss, damage, or porch piracy, okay, with shipping insurance. Now, the main thing we're adding this for, guys, that I'd recommend you install this one for, is because it allows us to have a dashboard where we can view everything, automated tracking, shipment notifications, a branded tracking page, which we can brand around our actual store, and also analytics and insights. Now, it really depends how far you actually use this plugin for, because obviously if you have a fully functional e-commerce business, which is non-dropshipping related, you can use this with your own stock, and it's a little bit easier because you can integrate it with your own shipping providers, but you can still use it with dropshipping, okay? I'd recommend using this mainly at the end of your store when you're kind of scaling up and you've made some sales and you're kind of getting away from dropshipping a little bit, but for the most part, you can actually use this and it's a really good app, right? So I'd recommend checking out Aftership. So we're going to install an app called Klaviyo. So this is one which I've initially mentioned. Klaviyo is an email marketing and SMS tool, or app if you like. Basically, this allows us to sync all of our Shopify data. This gives us information on customers that visit the store, what makes them click things, what makes them jump off your store and get bored or decide not to make any further steps, what makes them actually go through and buy, and why do we get that conversion, and also allows us to send emails and SMS, which is why we're using this, based on the customer's latest shopping behavior. So it's tracking their behavior, right? And based on those, we're going to give them like a notification or something like that. And the reason why this is a great app is because there's so many things built into it, and automations we can use for price drops, welcome emails, the abandonment of carts, so cart reminders, and so much more. And since it uses email marketing and SMS together, this is really good. But we'll be using a different app for the SMS feature, which is SMSBump. If you want to use SMS, I'd recommend just using SMSBump. This is a good platform, okay? And the fact that it has so many automations, I mean, you can even send welcome emails and happy birthdays if you want to go that far, depending how much data you're collecting from customers and how much data you have to view reports. So just press add app. Let's add Klaviyo email marketing and SMS onto our store. Now, I've not used this app before on this store, so I can get a free trial of it, which you should be able to do if you've not installed it on a current store. And then you also have to create a Klaviyo account, okay? I'm going to quickly create a new account, press continue with integration, and then we should be able to integrate it into our store page right here very easily, right? Also, you might have to actually verify your email, and then after you verify it, it should finalize the connection which we have. Then when you actually go through the final stage, it's going to ask you the sender name and the sender email address. So you can put anything for the email address. I'm just going to put this, support@element.com. It doesn't even have to be a real email address. You can make a professional looking one, and then you can enter your top business goals. So what goals do we want to achieve using the Klaviyo app? Building customer relations, that's a nice one. If you want to press back, earn more revenue, grow the audience, let's just click on earn more revenue or build customer relations. How do you want to reach your audience? Email only. We're going to use email only. Like I said, SMSBump is great for SMS purposes. So we've integrated our Shopify store. Now, the second tick list on getting started is recover abandoned carts automatically. Abandoned cart flows have 3 times better conversion rates than other flows. So we'll create one of these abandoned cart flows as well. Now, you can create them from scratch or you can use a template. 7 out of 10 shopping carts are abandoned. Recover more of them and drive up sales with this basic pre-built abandoned cart series. The name of it, abandoned cart reminder standard. The tags we can select. We can create some new tags over here. Now, the prerequisites, we have not yet received any checkout started events from Shopify. We have not yet received any placed order events from Shopify. Shopify. This basically means that nobody has actually done any kind of things on your store since you've installed the app, right? So they don't yet have the data. I've used this template because it's already set up. It checks if someone starts the checkout process, it waits 4 hours, and then it sends them an abandoned cart email saying it looks like you left something behind. And then it says wait 20 hours since then, and then you can send them another email saying your cart's about to expire. So it's kind of like you're giving them a reminder ever so often, every now and again, and giving them the option to go through with that. So we'll click create flow over here. This will create that series of events. Now what will happen is it'll do that, okay? We can also click on each subsection of this, and we can change the delay of hours until it will send this email. We can also edit the actual content. So if we press edit on the content, we can actually edit the email which is sent. So we can change the email ping. We can also change the preview text, the email sender, and the email address that they'll see. And we can edit the email itself over here. So as you can see, there's an email template editor. They have a video on how to actually do it, and it'll give you some more insight on that. So this item is going to be the product which they've added to their cart. So I wouldn't recommend touching this because you'll mess it up. Then this is obviously giving them a push to contact your support team if they have any questions. Return to your cart should direct them straight to the store. And then you can obviously edit the contents of the email over here as well. Now the Klaviyo button here, you have to upgrade to a paid plan. And if you do, it'll remove the Klaviyo logo. So I'd recommend doing that just so it looks more professional. But if you want to just trial the service out for free while you're building your store, you can also do that too. So press update action statuses when you finished, press live, press update statuses, and then you've turned your first flow email live. So people entering this flow will move through each step and receive every live message at just the right time. So now we've actually added a Klaviyo email flow, and it's simple as that. And Klaviyo is really good, particularly because they have a few different templates. So they have customer win back, encourage lapsed customers to come back and see what's new with this standard win back series. So we can click on that for an example. And these are all templates they've all set up. So this will wait 75 days from when someone places an order, and then it'll send them an email saying, hey, it's been a while, why haven't you been on our store? And then it'll wait 15 days since that email, and then we'll send them another email saying, hey, we missed you, do you want to come back, do you want to make an order? So we can also turn that back on too. This is all trying to increase conversions, right? So you can turn on most of these different flows that are also all very good. Product review, so it basically asks for a review after a customer makes a purchase. This is also a great one I'd recommend. This actually builds up your organic reviews rather than just the AliExpress reviews we're using, because it can be nice to have some real organic reviews from your store sales as well. So when someone fulfills an order, it waits 14 days and it says, hey, don't keep this to yourself. If you enjoyed the product, actually give us a review. So it'll prompt them to actually make a review in your store. Now I'm showing you all these templates, how they work and all the stages, so you actually understand it once you actually turn them on, because you may choose to use some and you may choose to not use some as well. So a customer thank you is also pretty useful. So basically this sends post-purchase emails. So when someone places an order, it'll wait a day, and basically if they've made an order, if they've placed an order that equals to 1 over a specific time period, for example, it will say a thank you. So it'll send them either one of these messages saying, wow, thank you again, or you're what makes us great, for an example. So it's giving a thank you email to make customers feel special from ordering from your store and trying to make them into loyal customers next time. So there's so many of these flows you can create, guys. Welcome series flow. So there's another one, create welcome series flow. So basically when someone subscribes to our newsletter from our store's homepage, it'll say to them, thanks for signing up. It'll wait 3 days. It'll give them a ping to follow you on social media. It'll wait 4 days, and then it'll ask them to check out our best-selling products. Once you get the hang of this, you can edit all of these to your own liking, okay? You can add extra emails for them to see. You can customize the emails that it adds by default in these templates, and you can use that email template editor I showed you before to kind of get the hang of creating your own emails too. I'm creating these default template-based flows because they're already set up for us, but like I said before, just click on any of the sections. You can press edit over here. We can edit this section. We can also press edit the email, and we can edit the actual content. That's how you customize it, guys. But these flows, and also remember to always make them live after you're done with them so they actually work on your website. These flows are already set up and optimized by Klaviyo to actually work and be very functional, which is why I'd recommend to actually use these, because they're all very good. And then it'll say you did it, congrats, when you've kind of used all the recommended ones. And from here on out, you just wait until customers go on your website, and you wait until you actually get some analytics reports on your dashboard. And also you can have a look at content. This is where you can quickly view those templates. So you can view some email templates, you can create your own templates. templates. You can view content in terms of products, images and brand, coupons. All of your data is going to be under here. Your audience lists and profiles are going to be under here too. So lists and segments, for an example, this is going to be different categories of customers. Sign up forms you can view here. So you can create sign up forms for multi-step email and SMS forms. There's so much stuff you can do. The flows is obviously what I've showed you at the start. So we've added all these flows. You would just click create flows to create a brand new one. From here on out, you can browse all of the flow templates, or you can click on create one from scratch, which should be under my camera right now. So if I just move this, you can see create from scratch. This is what you would use to create a brand new one. So Klaviyo is kind of as simple as that, guys. You can also go into settings at the bottom, so you can view your store specific settings. So under here, you can customize a lot of different stuff too. And that is how to set up Klaviyo, which is a really useful plugin or Shopify app, which I'd recommend to get on your store. So I'm going to show you how to install SMSBump. So this is a very similar app to the app I covered before, which was Klaviyo, which is a great app for email and SMS marketing. This basically does the same thing, but I'd recommend using SMSBump for what the name is related to, right? So that's SMS. So although you can use this for emails too, maybe you want to use it for both if you like this more than Klaviyo, we can use SMSBump for that purpose of SMS usage to try and make some conversions. So with SMSBump, we can build our subscribers list, we can build SMS and email marketing lists with our pop-up templates on the app, the email converter, the social and keyword opt-ins, and incentivized sign-up offers. We can then drive sales via this data on autopilot, and the idea is to increase sales by email automations, just like with Klaviyo, that support SMS flows for abandoned cart recovery, winning back customers, and welcoming new customers into the ecosystem. You can also combine both of these, so we can combine email and text message marketing via SMS, and they have a really nice campaign creator over here, a flows builder just like what Klaviyo has, analytics, email and SMS features, and subscription collection via getting new people. So this is very similar to Klaviyo, guys. So let's just add this as a sales channel and get it installed onto Shopify. Like I said, even though this app is very similar, it's also equally just as powerful, and I would recommend this just as much. I think this is a really great piece of software for Shopify in particular. So after we've installed it, it should take a moment, and then we can have a look in SMSBump. It will add it as a new sales channel on the left-hand side, which most apps don't usually do, and it will usually give you the option to pin it. You can click pin it as well, and then it'll be under here by default, so we can access it very easily. Meet your top revenue channel, the SMS solution that gets results. Drive more revenue and sales with the #1 SMS marketing app on Shopify. Create unbeatable SMS experiences for today's mobile shoppers. So we're trying to mainly optimize this website for mobile shoppers, because if you're going to be marketing on TikTok, a lot of mobile users are going to predominantly be on there. Even though I showed you mainly web design on the computer and trying to optimize your website earlier for the desktop version in my website building part, I do recommend to focus primarily on mobile. So once you've made your site look pretty decent on PC, we need to prioritize mobile users for conversion. So press get started now, and this should take us through to the next stage of our store, right? So from here, we can create a password. I'm obviously going to blur all this stuff out because I don't want to show a password or any of this information. Just make a password that you can remember or that you can save in your web browser for later. SMSBump is made by this company called Yotpo, so I guess you make an account on their platform. Then we are now in the SMSBump dashboard or welcome screen, so we can choose what fits us best. Now, if you want to choose SMS and email, you can go ahead and do that. We're going to do SMS only because I've covered in the past, obviously, how to use Klaviyo for email marketing, so we're going to use that as our avenue for email marketing. So I'm going to press set up SMS only, so this allows us to start with text message marketing, and if you want to do email, you can also select that too. So on the account setup, you can also add in some different email addresses you own. So you could type in any email that you mainly check the inbox for. I'm going to type in one of my emails, obviously. Phone number, you can add your own phone number on here. I'm going to add my phone number in. Hopefully I won't get too much spam from that. And also the company name is going to be the name of your store or your registered business, and the industry is going to be what that business falls under. So mine, I'm just going to press other for now, and we're going to click next. And here is automate your marketing. So drive up sales behind the scenes with automated text and email flows, which generate 3 times higher revenue than regular campaigns. Activated flows can be edited at any time. The abandoned checkout flow, this is basically to remind customers if they've left behind items in the cart but not actually finished the checkout process and actually made the order. So I'd recommend that. That's very important. Post-purchase upsell flow. This basically offers customers some kind of discount after they've made a recent purchase to try and bring them back to be a repeat loyal customer. So that's also very effective. I recommend clicking that too. And customer win back flow is bring in any customers that have previously made purchases on your store that have been inactive or haven't bought anything new in a while, and give them exclusive discounts to try and come back to make a sale, right? So all of these are very useful. I'd recommend just using all these default ones. They're very, very effective. So the section for collecting SMS subscribers. So any site visitors that come to your website from social media, you want to convert those into subscribers subscribers via SMS so we can basically send them offers. Most people like me, you have to take into consideration and just understand reality that most people don't like being spammed on email, let alone text message. So email marketing is going to be more effective, but text messages, obviously people are going to see. The chance of them seeing something on the phone is much higher, right? But the conversion rate will probably be lower. We can send up personalized pop-ups, and you can add a pop-up that can help you collect 4 times subscribers allegedly, then without a cart checkout, opt-in alone. So we can customize this to our store. I'd recommend customizing everything to your store's brand colors. Mine is kind of like a black color scheme on my store, so I'm just going to change everything to black, which is kind of basic. And you can also add a 10% discount as well over here. If you add a 10% discount, it will say sign up now and get 10% off. If you don't, it will say sign up to receive exclusive updates about flash sales, discounts, and more for the future. But I'd recommend doing a 10% discount. It basically just allows you to offer them something immediately, which makes them probably incentivized to actually go through with it. Then the welcome system. So 74% of customers expect a welcome as soon as they sign up for your list. Send a welcome message to new subscribers to make a great first impression. So here is going to be your text message. If you press preview, it'll show what it'll look like on a device like an Android or something. It'll show the name will be obviously your company, and it'll say thanks for subscribing to your store's SMS list. We're so excited to have you here, and it'll show you something like a link, right? And if they want to text stop, they can opt out of the SMS list, which is very important. I'd recommend leaving this on because then that shows them that, hey, we're going to send you some cool stuff, but we're not going to spam you until Earth's End if you decide to opt out. So I'd recommend clicking that. I'd leave this. That just adds site name in by default. This is where you can customize your text messages and you can change everything. I'm going to explain to you what shortcodes are. So at the bottom, we have shortcodes. So if I was to select first name or last name, this would send the customer's first name or last name, which is based on what they did in the checkout or in the sign up process to your list. And that'll automatically add in their specific name, which is unique to each customer. The site name is your store's name. So clicking this will automatically put your Shopify store's name in the text. The site URL, that'll do the same for your website address. And you can also have discount URLs, discount codes, and you can select the discounts that you want to show. So you can include a discount in the text message. It could be a percentage, like 10% off is what we promised them, so we'll include that. And then you can also optionally send them to a specific page on your website. I'm going to remove this over here, this site URL, and press backspace, so my discount code is going to be here, and I'm going to put thanks for subscribing to the site's SMS list, we're excited to have you here, shop here, and I'm going to put with 10% off discounts on us or something like that. And basically then now if we preview this, it'll say we're so excited to have you here, shop here with 10% off, discounts on us, and it'll basically send them some kind of discount code. Actually, I'll remove that. I'll put shop here, and the short code will be the site URL so they can go on the website, and then I'll paste this and I'll just put here's 10% off, discounts on us, and then I'll show them the discount code. And then if we preview it now, they'll have a link to the website, and then they'll have a discount code, which I'm going to put on a different line. There we go. So it's separate, so it actually looks decent. And I'll put discounts on us, discount code will be below, and then stop to opt out. I'll put that in a new line. So now our text message looks fairly well written, right? It's legible. So that's how you would do that and add a 10% discount code for them. And you can also text to test your message out, but we're going to press finish. So we've basically added a welcome message to our SMS subscribers. We've given them an option to opt out of the list so they don't get spammed forever. We've given them a discount code as a bonus for signing up, and we've given a link to our store so they know where to go to actually redeem it. So that's the basics of those. From the dashboard, we can do quite a lot here. We can enable checkout collection. So this is to sign up active shoppers via the Shopify checkout. We can enable this. In the Shopify settings, we have to locate the consent for marketing over here. Enable SMS marketing and press save. So press SMS marketing here in the Shopify settings and pre-select the email marketing option if you can. Press save. Now, once you've done that, we can press next, because that's just basically legally saying that we're asking the customers, would you like us to opt you in for SMS marketing? That's a legal requirement. We can't just spam people. It's a privacy problem if you don't do this, right? Very important. Customize checkout settings. So we can locate shipping address phone number and select optional. So this will take us to the checkout settings. Find shipping address phone number. We can also just Control and F to search this. Shipping address phone number, press optional here in the settings. That allows them to enter it in if they want to. And then locate and click manage checkout language. So checkout language here, press manage checkout language. Under filter items, type in marketing. This will filter it and search for marketing. And where it says accept SMS checkbox label, we want to press copy to clipboard here where it says recommended text, and we want to paste it in here where it says accept SMS checkbox label. Paste that in here, press save. That puts the default text in like it tells us to. And make sure before you did that you actually saved your Shopify settings that we changed as well for the SMS marketing, right? So shipping address, phone number, optional, and then all these SMS marketing things. So press save after that, so everything's saved. Don't forget to do that, and then we can press done, and it's as simple as that. Now they can opt in to receive marketing communications. So that needs to be done, because otherwise our previous thing we set up just won't work. So we've created a pop-up automatically, and we've enabled the checkout collection for SMS numbers, so we can actually use this whole ecosystem, okay? Very important, otherwise it won't work at all. We can also create a social opt-in. So this is for our social channels and drive followers to sign up. If you create this, basically you're going to use social media like Instagram stories to do this, or you can use YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So if you have these brand accounts, you can optionally do this as well to gather some more users. This is the most basics of SMS Bump for marketing. So you have a balance of $5 by default on the free plan. You can also upgrade here. You can also have a campaign planner. We can have SMS campaigns. This is where we maximize results using the SMS campaigns. So you can click on collect subscribers for an example. This will try to have some more subscribers being collected. This shows us the actual tools we already have. We've set up the Shopify checkout option, and we have the first pop-up we've set up. We can use different tools. So the pop-ups, which we've already made one, you can make another one here. You can also use the social opt-in, which it actually recommended us to do earlier. If we would press create SMS campaign instead, this would be where we'd manually create a campaign like we did earlier, but you can press browse templates, and under here we have templates already. So we can load templates for different events, which you can read over here. You can also go under categories, so holiday events. This would have things like Christmas on, or a Black Friday email template we could use, or during sales seasons, or for product launches if you've launched a new product in your store. There's so many templates we can use for SMS Bump. We can also go into email campaigns, which I'm not using this for, but this would be how you do it. So you could access email templates on the side as well, which they've pre-made for you, and I think they personally look quite good. But I'd recommend to modify them based around your brand identity. Flows and automation. You can replace Shopify notifications here, and you can turn on certain things. So you have welcome flows, first pop-up welcome flows, abandoned cart, things like that. You can edit them over here. I've already used Klaviyo for this purpose, but you can do them in here, and it'll show you a flows builder, which is particularly useful. And flows templates on the left will allow you to search from the flows templates they have. So these are based on Shopify's notifications, prevent loss of revenue for abandoned checkouts, get customer feedback, for an example. They have templates for everything in here. So this is how you use SMS Bump for email marketing and for flows to promote conversions and sales. Okay, very important, very useful app. I would recommend it as probably one of the best ones you need to use.